Welcome, welcome everybody. I know Catherine usually arrives just a minute or two late, so I'm gonna, oh, Melissa is just joining us a minute or two late. That's good as well. So for our little half-hour session today, I'm using groundedness as our theme from the book, and actually I go into quite a lot of detail about the power of being grounded for whatever practice it is that we are working with, and how yoga and meditation can help us feel grounded or find our grounding, which is particularly valuable, I think, near the beginning of the year, where sometimes we can feel that we have an awful lot to do, an awful lot to achieve. If we have lots of resolutions or goals, we can often find ourselves kind of up in our heads, as it were. So sometimes finding that grounding can just help us not spend too much time overthinking or feeling stressed within our mind or anxious. Sometimes a little groundedness can really help. So with that in mind, let's just begin in an easy seated position. So sit bones are rooted in the earth, and from here we're just rising tall through our center, as though somebody is gently pulling you by a thread through the top of the head. We're just going to take our time to settle here. Everybody is on mute, so you can make as much noise as you like, but the chat box is on at the bottom of the screen. If you have any problems, if you can't hear me, just let me know. But just as we settle here, perhaps we just rest the hands wherever is comfortable, and we'll just close the eyes for a moment. We're going to take some easeful breaths. Some of our most powerful practices can be the simplest, and the idea of sitting on the ground, sitting on the earth, is a very simple thing indeed. But if we spend our days sat at desks or driving in cars, it's maybe not something we get a chance to do much. So even if this half hour is our chance, our only chance in the day to be seated on the ground, to lie on the ground, then feel free to enjoy this time as special and sacred. Or maybe just a little chance to slow down a little as well. There is an idea that our root chakra, that source of energy, lives at the very base of our spine. So as we're seated, it's connected to the earth, like the base of a tree, and the roots run into the ground. And it can be nice just to take a seat and let our tree trunk, let our roots settle. And just when you feel ready, and you can open the eyes if you want to, or you can keep them closed if you prefer. We're just going to hinge from our hips, just going to walk the hands forward, and we're going to let the head hang heavy. So we're going to come into this forward fold over the crossed legs, if that's comfortable for you. If anyone has any issues with knees or ankles and you want to extend the legs out in front of you, please do so. Be comfortable, be restful. Just see someone in the waiting room there, I'll let them in. Lovely. So our sit bones, our root is still connected to the earth, but we're letting the upper body melt over the legs, and the head hangs heavy. We're also perhaps feeling that we're finding a little bit of space in the hips as well. Beautiful. If you've just joined us, we're just in a cross-legged position, and we're just gently hinging forward. So we're folding over the crossed legs, and you can be as gentle with this as you like. And we'll just let our head hang for a moment. So we'll all settle into this pose, and we'll give ourselves a chance just to breathe here for a moment. From here, we'll gently rise up through head and heart. So just walk the hands and bring ourselves back to upright. Lovely. From here, from those roots in the earth, let's gently rise through the body, just like that image of the tree. As we sweep the arms high, it's as though with our strong roots, we can grow tall, we can rise tall. I'll mirror you here as we drop the left hand, and we'll just take a little side stretch. Just as gently as you like, so you can keep the hands close to the body, or you can reach them further away if you want to take a stronger stretch, but the sit bones, the roots still connected to the earth. The gaze can go wherever you like, so it can shine skywards, or we can look towards the ground as we think of the earth and our grounded practice today. From here, we'll sweep high once more, rising up. And we'll take it over to the other side. Just as easeful, as gentle as we want to be. From here, we'll rise up once more. We're going to reach high to the sky once again. Lovely. And we'll just let the arms fall. And take a little roll with the shoulders if you like. You just want to take a little shimmy, a little wiggle. Beautiful. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to journey over the knees, and we're going to come to an all fours position. Do take your time. If you want a little softness underneath, you can bring in your blankets, your cushions, just to feel happy in this all fours position. So from our all fours, we're going to move into a little balance. We often call it the side plank, but it's not quite the same as a side plank that you might do in an aerobics class. What we're going to do is we're going to extend the right leg behind us and just tuck the toes under. So you're creating a little kickstand with the leg. Beautiful. From here, what we'll do, for a moment, we'll just bring the right hand, so same side, we're going to bring it to the heart, and we're just going to rotate. We're going to shine the heart and the hips to the side of the room. Beautiful. And then just if you feel comfortable to do so, we're going to take the hand and we're just going to skim it over the ear and reach as if we're trying to reach past the top of our head. Beautiful. So you might feel a little stretch here through the side body. You might feel in the hip a little bit. And we'll just take a few easeful breaths here. I know whenever we say the word plank, that can strike horror into our hearts, but hopefully this doesn't feel too stressful and we can breathe for a moment. Lovely. From here, let's just gently sweep the hand and the knee back down to the earth so the torso kind of turns as we come back to ground. We're going to do the same on the other side. So we extend left leg back, tuck the toes under. When you feel ready, we're going to open through hips and heart, shining towards the side of the room. And then we're going to sweep the left hand. I'm just going to turn back this way so I can still see you. Lovely. Slow and steady breaths. Just a gentle sense of opening, of finding space within the heart, within the chest, within the hips. If you need to take a pause, don't worry, that's always good. If you have a little wiggle and a wobble, that's fine as well. From here, we'll gently bring the hand and the knee back down to the earth. So coming back to all fours. And then from here, we're going to come to a nice wide knee child's pose. So big toes together to touch, knees as wide as is comfortable. We'll sink the bum back onto the heels. We'll reach the hands forward. We'll rest the forehead upon the earth. Often with child's pose, I say yogi's choice because it's such a lovely restful pose. You can come into any variation of child's pose that you like best. A lovely settling upon the ground. The head restful upon the earth. Letting any busy thoughts or stresses drain away, perhaps, as we connect them to the ground. We're just going to take a few more moments, a few more breaths here in the lovely child's pose. And then what we'll do from the child's pose, if they're not already, we're going to extend our hands towards the top of the mat. So most of us will have our arms extended already. And we're just going to take a little walk with the hands. So we're just going to reach the hands over to the right side of the mat, as if somebody's just drawing your hands over to one side. So the head's still restful. So it's just as though you're in the child's pose and I've just come along and I've drawn your hands over to one side. This is another one for finding a little space through the side body. So we work just to find a little bit of space in areas like the low back and the hips. It's really nice to create space around the root chakra, around the base of the spine as well. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're just going to walk or slide the hands over to whatever's the opposite side for you now. And then from here, we'll just bring the hands back to center. We'll just take a final breath or two as if we've come back to the beginning. We've come back to that original child's pose. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the hands under shoulders. We'll gently lift through the head and heart. Lovely. From here, what we'll do is we'll bring the bum to the earth. We're going to sweep the legs around and we're just going to come to ground here. So we're going to lay upon the earth. We've got soft hips, soft knees, soles of the feet on the ground. Arms can go wherever you like. So if you want to rest them on the body, that's lovely. If you want to have them wide, even if you want to have them overhead, whatever works for you is fine. And then from here, we're just going to come to a little supine twist, also known as twisted roots. So we're going to let the knees fall over to the right and the gaze is going to fall over to the left. If anyone has any low back tenderness, feel free to bring cushions underneath the knees just to soften that little spiral twist a little. And we're just going to settle here and breathe. Everything we do from here will be laying down upon the ground. If anyone is feeling chilly, do feel free to take a moment to put your warm jumper on, just because when we kind of lay on the ground, that's when we start kind of settling and relaxing and cooling down. When you feel ready, we're going to journey to the other side. So we're going to take the knees over to the left and the gaze to the right. So we're taking that lovely twist to the other side. And then what we'll do from here, we're going to bring the knees and the gaze back up to the sky. Then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out either side like a butterfly. If you need any support under the knees at any point, you can bring cushions in. So feel free to bring the support. But hopefully we feel that we can just gently open through the hips as we settle here. And again, hands can go wherever you like. I always like to rest them upon my belly here as I feel the breath rise and fall. So this is the reclining butterfly or the reclining goddess pose. It's a pose for opening the hips and heart. And if you want to join me in just a little easeful breath, an easeful cleansing breath, we can take a nice inhale through the nose and sigh and exhale through the mouth. If anyone has had a particularly stressful day or morning, perhaps we sigh it out. You can make as much noise as you like. Everybody is on mute, so feel free to take those sighs as you wish. And we're just going to take a peaceful minute with this breath in this gentle reclining pose. And then from here, what we're going to do upon the earth is we're just going to extend out through the body. So we're going to send the legs long along the ground, arms along overhead. So we're just going to have this lovely long stretch upon the earth and just have a little extension, as if we're just having a little expand out through the body. Beautiful. Have a little wiggle, a little wobble if you like, as we make that lovely long line through the body. And then from here, when you feel ready, we're going to bring the arms alongside the body and we're going to prepare for our Savasana, our relaxation and meditation time. So you guys will stay laying upon the earth. I'll just be seated because it's easier for me to talk to you this way. But give yourself a minute to get ready. If you want to put your warmest jumpers on, if you want to wrap yourself in a blanket, if you want to dim the lights or put your favorite socks on, feel free to define your space, whatever that is for you. We're going to be here for about 5 minutes, so bear that in mind. If you're somewhere that's chilly and you need extra layers, do give yourself the time if you need it. And always because there's no rush, and it's nice to take the time just to get ourselves warm and cozy and happy. So we'll just give ourselves a moment. I'm going to put my woolly socks on. And just as we settle here, you can close the eyes if you like. And I'm just going to read a short paragraph from the book about grounding. To physically ground into the earth helps our body find a rootedness, a stable connection with the earth. We might take our time to practice, to notice how feet and hands feel as they make contact with the floor, grounding ourselves to build strong foundations for each asana. Grounding can help us achieve calm by directing energy downwards, pulling our physical awareness into the here and now, the earth beneath us. Many of us may know the feeling of being all in our heads, overthinking, feeling scattered or overwhelmed by the busyness of the world. As an airy Libra, I know this feeling well. In contrast, to be grounded is to be in the moment, with a sense of calm and solidity, to balance out the busy, moving world with the still, solid earth. In re-establishing a bond to the earth, we can feel more supported and reminded of our own strength to support ourselves. When we need to, we can support ourselves. We can hold ourselves strong and powerful in our day-to-day lives and in our balances upon the yoga mat. But there is also a time to let go and allow the earth to support us instead. To let the ground beneath us hold us so that we can let the body relax, soften, and find a little calm, even if just for a precious minute. So, my beautiful yogis, perhaps the next inhale is just a little longer, a little deeper than the last. As we gently bring our awareness back to the room, back to our day, you're welcome to take a wiggle or a shimmy or a stretch or a wiggle. From our place upon the earth, if we are laying down, we can gently bend the knees and pop the soles of the feet on the floor. And feel free to roll to one side in that little yogi recovery pose if you like. And whenever you feel ready to do so, we'll just rise to an easy seat. It doesn't matter what way you're facing. You can bring the blankets with you if you like. We're just going to take a final moment just to come full circle, to come back to the place we started in that easy seat. Once more, perhaps that image of our roots running deep into the earth. And just like the tall trees, those deep roots allow us to rise tall and strong and support ourselves when we need to, but also offer us nourishment and support of the earth when we take a little time for stillness and rest. And to finish our practice today, for a final time, we're going to reach skyward. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale. We're going to reach high. We'll bring the palms together. We're going to exhale the hands to heart center in prayer. From here, we can gently open the eyes if they're closed. And to ourselves and each other, we say Namaste. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.